Hi everyone, my name is Hannah. Welcome back to my vlog for my braces journey. It's been a little while, but there were some circumstances that kind of changed my appointment date. I originally got these top braces in January, and then February was supposed to be my next appointment to get the bottom ones. Well, apparently my orthodontist hurt her shoulder somehow and it wasn't healing as fast as they expected, so my appointment kept getting moved. First it got moved to later in February, then it got moved to March 10th, which is today. So I'm finally, after almost 2 months, gonna get my bottom braces, and I'm assuming they'll replace the top wire as well, but I really don't know about that for sure. So since the original update, I can say that getting used to the braces is easier than I expected. Mine are ceramic here in the front, and then they are metal on the sides. So both sides there. And my fear with the ceramics is that they were gonna stain like right away with like spaghetti sauce and things like that. However, I'm happy to report that that never happened. Like, you can see they're still the same as they were in my other video. I've also heard that ceramics aren't as sturdy as the metal ones and that they break easier. So I was afraid I would accidentally break them. But I haven't had any issues at all with my brackets. I haven't broken anything, and knock on wood for that. My cat, he was being really friendly last week and was like rubbing on my face, and he accidentally headbutted me right in the side of my mouth here. It hurt like a bitch, and a week later, like I can still kind of feel where he hit me, but it didn't break anything. So everything has been, I guess, sturdier and stronger than I expected, but I mean, thinking on it, they kind of have to be. Like, it's your mouth, you eat, and so it has to be strong enough to handle that. So even though I've been through the process of getting my top braces, I'm still nervous for the bottom ones because I'm afraid for like how my mouth is gonna close, if like my teeth are gonna hit the brackets, or I don't know, I'm just scared how it's gonna feel or if it's gonna affect how I eat even more. But I've been mainly using like the side of my teeth in the back to eat, and I don't really think that's gonna change much at all. Like, I have to cut up a lot of stuff, like I can't really bite into things, and I mean, I don't think, or at least I hope, it's not gonna get worse than that. I'm getting ready to go and I'm just like, I just want it to be done and over with and be home again. Like, I hate just waiting for it to be time to go. Like, I just get so anxious about any appointment really, and I just want this to be done. I know it's not gonna take that long. Like, my first appointment took an hour. This one might take a little longer if they have to mess with my top part too. But I just want it to be done, home, and just over with. All right, so I'm heading to my appointment now. Wish me luck. Alright, so I literally just got home like 5 minutes ago, and ta-da! I have bottom braces now, and I also have bite blockers. Just those giant white things in the back there. I feel like I talk with like a lisp now, because my mouth can't exactly, like, that's as far as I can bite down, so my mouth can't move how I'm used to talking, so I sound a little bit weird to myself at the moment, and we'll see how long that lasts. But haha, that sounds so funny. I sound like I'm a freaking list. But yeah, getting the bottom ones didn't annoy me as much as getting the top ones. Like, I could really feel the pressure she was putting on them and stuff as she put the brackets on, where the bottom one, I was even like, is my mouth numb? Like, it was very weird. I didn't feel as much pressure and didn't irritate me as much. And I don't know if that's just because I have already gone through that experience once, or maybe the top one is just easier than the bottom one. I don't know. But yeah, it was an easier experience. I'm not a fan of the bite blockers. It feels so weird because you're pretty much like, my teeth don't touch except right there where the bite blockers are. So when I chew food, like that's the only thing I'm gonna have to chew. And I'm also curious, like, isn't it gonna like wear down over time? I'm not sure. I don't know how that really works. But as you can see, it's the same deal as the top, where it's the ceramic in the front and metal on the sides. I haven't looked at it too much yet. My lip isn't irritated by it at all. Like, it's not really touching it. It definitely doesn't feel as strange as when I got the top ones done. Honestly, it's just the bite blockers that are feeling weird to me and I think are gonna take the longest to get used to. I don't have any pain at all right now. As I'm talking, I can kind of feel a little bit of pressure on my teeth as I talk, but that's it. So we'll see how I feel tomorrow. And tonight I'm going to be making like a rice and broccoli one dish kind of meal. And so that will be soft because it'll be cooked. So that should be fine. It's gonna be weird trying to eat with these. So that's kind of my next worry, I guess. I'll check in over the next few days just to update you on my pain level and if anything weird has happened. But so far it's fine. Alright, so I've talked about this stuff before, but I figured it would be smart to actually show it. So before, when I was talking about like using the platypus flossers, they kind of look like this, except the tip is completely flat, so you can actually get it between your brackets and the wire. These, they don't work. You can't. I have not been able to find the actual platypus flossers in France at all, but I know the US has them for sure. So definitely pick those up because that is by far the easiest way to floss with braces. What I have to use, on the other hand, is this little doohickey. Yeah, I don't know the name for this. It's just a flosser. But yeah, like I said before, it's basically just this tiny little pipe cleaner looking thing. And I just have to like go in between, and it takes too long, which is why I recommend the platypus flossers. And I really don't like it. But that's also why I use the water pick here. Like, this thing is a lifesaver, especially since I really hate that pipe cleaner business. This one was only like 20 bucks on Amazon France, and it holds a charge for like weeks. I've only charged it twice in almost 2 months. So it can also literally, like, if I stood all the way back, I could shoot this to the other end of the bathrobe. Like, this thing is super powerful, so it works really well. I feel like I should try to give a demonstration how to use it, but I'm gonna look so stupid, but I don't know. We'll try, because you have to like go over your sink and like put it, like go sideways so the water can like come out of your mouth, and just kind of start there and go across, and then obviously you go back in both sides and everything. And then I will kind of flip it around and try to get the back of my teeth and stuff, but that's pretty much what you have to do, is kind of just have your mouth over it. Like that. And yeah, water will mostly go in the sink. This is my first time trying to brush with my bottom brackets. We had dinner a while ago, so wow, why can I not find my toothpaste? We had dinner a little while ago, so I'm gonna try brushing now. I made rice with broccoli and it was fine to eat. Trying to chew is like impossible because I can't feel the food even with the bite block. So it's just really strange, but luckily this was a food I didn't exactly have to chew, so that made it a lot easier. All right, so let's try brushing. And my mirror's right in front of me, so I'm kind of going to be looking at that and the camera and everything. All right. Wow, yeah. So that's annoying. So my ortho told me to just do like small circles, so that's what I like try to do. But I don't have as many brackets on my top side teeth, so I can kind of just brush those normally because it's pretty much just a wire going straight back. I can't use the flossers anymore. That makes me so sad. God damn, I have to use these for the bottom ones too. All right, let's see. But yeah, that's pretty much what I do with like every single tooth, front and back. So as you can see, that's gonna take a while and I hate it. I want the platypus flossers, but I've looked everywhere online. They're not in stores here or anything, and I don't exactly want to pay the price to have to import that, so I'm just gonna have to deal with it, I guess. Alright, so after I floss my teeth, the last thing I use is the water pick, or water flosser, if you will. So I'm gonna move my camera down to try to demonstrate how to use that, or how I use it, I should say. But yeah, I'm not sure this is gonna work and my phone might get wet, so let's see. Alright, we'll see if that works. Whatever, really. So just fill it. Fill it a little too much. And sorry for the dumb faces I'm probably gonna make. And that's all. So that was my first time brushing with the lower braces, so not very fun, a little time consuming, but it's only because of the way I have to floss, otherwise it's not bad. But yeah, I hope that helps someone, and it was worth me doing that, because that was a little embarrassing, but hey everyone, so it's the morning of March 11th, which you can tell because it's so freaking bright in here that the whole screen is like a different color or whatever. I don't really care right now because my mouth hurts a lot. So the pain of the bottom braces is worse than when I got my top braces. So I woke up in the middle of the night and there wasn't really any pain, so I was like, oh good, this is gonna be easy again. Yeah, no. So slowly after that I started getting like more and more pain, and I probably should have took a pain pill then, but I don't like taking them without food, so I didn't. Now it's getting to where I almost cried this morning. It's not fun, that's for sure. The worst bits are right here in the front on the bottom, and the two teeth that got the bite blocks put on. Those are really hurting as well, and it doesn't help that I'm not used to talking and eating with these bite blocks in, so when they hit the top tooth, like both of those are already sore, so when I hit it, it's just like an extra like jolt of pain, and it's just like, oh, why did I do this? So I'm curious to see how long this is gonna last, but I did just take a pain pill, so I'm hoping that helps. Well, fingers crossed there, we'll see. But pretty much overall, my whole mouth just feels really sore, with the ones I said being the worst. Also, for some reason, the side teeth on the top here are also pretty painful, and I think that was from like the cardboard, I don't really know what it's called, like the cardboard like thing they put in your mouth to like keep it open. It had hurt when she put it on the side originally, and then it was fine, and so I'm wondering if that kind of put some more pressure on that side, and that's why it's sore today. I don't know, because nothing was done to the top braces, so in theory they should be fine, but yeah, no, like it's all sensitive here. And eating breakfast this morning, I had cereal like I usually do, and that was not gonna work. chewing was pretty much impossible because of how sore like the teeth with the bite blocks on are. So I just let it like soak in the milk and just ate it that way. It was a lot easier. So it's a little depressing at the moment, but I'm hoping it'll get better. I do know that some people get the top and bottom braces at the same time, and I honestly don't know how they do that, just because the adjustment to having them, like, I definitely prefer getting the top and then the bottom, because that way you can adjust to how braces feel in general and figuring out how to eat with them and stuff. And then you get the worst ones added on and start the process kind of all over. But I just feel like you have more knowledge, and so it's better to deal with and easier to deal with. Because if I got this all at once, I would definitely be like, oh my god, I made a mistake. I should not have done this. So props to people that can handle getting it all at once, but yeah, the bottom part's a little rough, so I don't think I could have done that. But yeah, there's my morning update. It's a little more depressing than I expected it to be, but yeah, I just hope this pain pill kicks in soon. Hello, it is Friday, March 12th, I think it is. It is really fucking windy outside, holy shit. I completely forgot last night to update, but yesterday was definitely the worst day so far. For lunch, I just had chicken noodle soup, and then my husband was nice enough to make an omelet for dinner. Oh, he's so cute. So definitely just had to stick to very soft foods yesterday, and I pretty much had pain through the whole day. Like, even with taking pain pills, it was just not fun. I ended up taking like a 2-hour nap in the middle of the day. I just didn't want to do anything, and yeah, not a fun time. Well, this morning has been a lot better. I woke up with no pain, and after breakfast, it's pretty much just been that these front teeth here feel a little sensitive, but not like anywhere near the levels of yesterday. I did take a pain pill after breakfast just in case, and so far so good, besides just a little bit of sensitivity. One thing that is annoying is my tongue. You know how if you like bite your tongue or your cheek, you get like this little bump? Well, I have that on the side of my tongue here, and it's like right where the bite block touches it, so it keeps being irritated. And I don't know if I like accidentally bit my tongue on the first night or what, but yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. And it's a little bit better today, but I just don't want it to get worse throughout the day from like rubbing on there. So I'm probably going to try and not talk as much, even though I kind of have to right now. I feel like I still sound a bit weird when I talk, like I sound like I have something in my mouth, which I mean isn't wrong. But yeah, today is going a lot better, and I hope it continues that way, because tomorrow we're actually playing D&D, and that's gonna have a lot of talking and stuff, so I hope my tongue is even better then. So fingers crossed for that. But about to have lunch. I'm probably just gonna have more soup, to be honest. I have no idea what we're gonna do for dinner yet, so I'm not thinking that far ahead right now. I'm also gonna make a strawberry smoothie. Yeah, smoothies are good and you don't have to chew them. Hey everyone, it's been a few days since I've updated, and I'm sorry for that, but I kind of think that's good, because then you kind of know how things are going over time. Today is Sunday, March 14th, and things have been going better than I expected. That second day, I made the mistake of making spaghetti, and if you have top and bottom braces with bite blocks, I definitely don't recommend trying to eat spaghetti right away. I thought, it's a softer food, it'll be fine. I had like lasagna the day I got my top braces, so like, thought it'd be good, right? Yeah, no, I almost choked like half a dozen times because I just couldn't chew. And since like the bite blocks, it's something on my teeth, so I can't feel like what I'm chewing or how chewed it is, like if that makes sense. And so I was pretty much just like inhaling spaghetti and not able to chew the pieces like I needed, and so it was just too much. So 0 out of 10, don't recommend. Besides that first day where I had a lot of pain, I actually haven't had any pain since. It's a bit bizarre because it was so bad that first day. I really thought it was going to be several days, but it isn't in the end. My bottom teeth are a little sensitive, I'd say, but it's not anything major at all. It's not anything that's bothering me. I don't have to take any pain medicine for it, and it's just pretty much been okay. The chewing is the main problem. As I said before, it's been so weird to get used to, and as you can probably tell, I'm still getting used to talking. It still feels like and sounds like to me that there's something in my mouth, and last night was actually kind of a test for my talking ability with full braces, because we played D&D and I do an accent for that character and everything. So like for an accent, you move your mouth in an even more different way than what you're used to. And so with everything I have going on here, I had to try and get used to that as well. And it went better than I expected. I definitely couldn't do the accent I used for my character as well as I usually do, because I just was not used to it at all. But the talking for the several hours and stuff never made my mouth sore. My tongue didn't get cut up or anything like that. That was one thing I was worried about with the bite blocks, is that it might like rub on my tongue and make that hurt a bit. But luckily where I bit it is all healed and everything, so that was actually fine. I was pleasantly surprised with that, because that was quite a worry. Last night, since we got home later, we did like pick up McDonald's on the way, and I got like chicken nuggets with fries, and eating the fries was fine. I pretty much would just kind of try and use the bite blocks to kind of tear the pieces off instead of using like the front of my teeth. And then for the chicken nuggets, I just cut them up in really tiny pieces, and that seemed to work okay. It's my teeth that have the bite blocks definitely aren't as sensitive as they were a few days ago, so it is easier to try to use them to chew the food now. But yeah, I suggest just cutting everything into really small pieces. Like that seems to be what's gonna help me. Spaghetti was a mistake. Ugh. If you have the option, I definitely wouldn't get everything all at once, because I think it's just too big of an adjustment. I do think it's easier to get used to the top first and then get the bottom later, which I think is kind of the traditional way of getting them. But I do know some people get everything all at once. But for me personally, I think that would just be a little too terrifying and a little too much adjustment. I feel like you would kind of regret everything. But overall, the pain with everything has been a lot better than I expected. I don't have any issues with staining. Brushing my teeth is easier. Just the flossing, that's a pain in the ass. And I think that's about it. Like sleeping, I can sleep on both sides fine. Nothing is pushing on my teeth. Just don't get hit in the mouth. My cat headbutted me. Don't ever want that to happen again. So I think that's about it for this update. I now have everything going on that I need for now. I know I'm probably gonna have like a spring at some point, and I don't know what else is gonna be going on. So I'm not sure when my next update will be, but my next ortho appointment is April 12th, I think it is, so we'll see how much changes then. I hope this answered some questions for a few people. If you have any other questions that you think I could answer, feel free to list them below, and I will do my best to get back to you. But until next time, bonne journée and au revoir.